we start over?
Today is Tuesday, March 22nd, and it's time for our No Tag Tuesday. I thought I heard Roy.
No, he told me to move out of the way, and apparently I didn't move fast enough.
Oh, well, he's probably sulking around here somewhere. Okay, the questions this week came from Kim over at a girl on her phone, but I have a feeling that Mr. Smooth was not involved.
You don't know that.
I don't know, it seems like it was. So once again, we wanted to thank Kim for coming up with the questions this week, because David, I think she excluded you, I really do. But
I'll be able to tell that she has, because even Samantha, you left that here last night, and Samantha, what's this? I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't like seeing it.
Jimmy don't like seeing it first. But I'm going to leave the questions down below, and everybody that typically, that's what Roy always says. Typically. People that typically do the tag will be listed in the description box below. Okay, this is an odds and end tag. Number 1, if you had to live in the world of the last TV or any streaming service show you watched, where would you be living?
I'd be in Miami Vice, baby. I'd be in Florida.
Oh.
Worked out perfect. You see that?
Yeah, that did work out for you.
I started rewatching all the Miami Vice series. Samantha loves it. She's like, this is the worst acting.
It really was. Although Phil Collins used to be guest star a lot.
I kept telling her, I'm like, Phil Collins wrote some songs for that, and was on it.
He was on it quite a few times.
I'm not that far into it yet, but.
Oh, well, okay. Now he just sits in a chair. He's the same.
No, he's standing now.
When he did his concerts, he's sitting in a chair.
No, he does sit in a chair, but before it was the whole concert he sat.
Oh,
but now he's like standing up everyone. I think he's getting better, so he's standing up a little more.
I would be in the land of the Jinx, because I watched the 2020 show when they were talking about Robert Durst. That was the last thing I watched last night. And just shows you that money can get you anything. You never watched the Jinx?
No.
Oh, you gotta stream that on HBO.
I will try it when I have all my time.
All your time. Well, after you're done building the house when you come home. I think it's on HBO Max. But the Jinx, J-I-N-X, excellent documentary.
Actually, I don't know why it just popped in my head. I'm gonna have to check my app, because my Elon Musk internet should be available here.
I'm hoping.
March 31st.
Which would have been your deadline.
And that ain't happening.
Yeah.
It is. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that in another one. Number 2, do you like haunted houses or scary rides?
Haunted houses. Like I'm in a house and it's haunted, or like a haunted house where you go pay to go through a haunted house?
Well, knowing Kim, she loves Halloween. You know how she loves Halloween.
That's true.
So I'm thinking that it's like a haunted house that you go to see.
See, scary movies is...
No, scary rides.
Scary rides?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I'm not a big scary ride.
I'm not a scary ride guy, so I'm going to have to go with the haunted house.
We went on our honeymoon.
But I'm not good with the haunted house either, because when I get scared, I punch. So I would probably get kicked out fast.
We went on our honeymoon, we went to Cedar Point.
Ooh,
the great place to go. Jim wanted to make sure that the room was perfecto when we come back from the park, because it was hot when we went for it, because it was like 100 degrees or something like that the week before we got married. It was really hot. And so he turned the air conditioning in the room up as high as it would go. And we went to the park for the whole day. And when we got back, the air conditioner blew, and the room was hotter than hell. It was so hot. But we went on the Blue Streak.
Yep.
It was a roller coaster. I kept thinking I was going to fly out the top. I was never so scared in my life. And then the one time we went, and I don't like roller coasters, and we went to Disney World with my family. And I don't, Jim didn't go. I don't know if he went. I think he might have gone, but that was when I went, not with us, but with my sisters. And no, you didn't go. I went to Florida to see my aunt, and we were going to Space Mountain, and you go up it, and you just walk around, and I kept hearing all these screams, and I kept saying, "This is a roller coaster," and they go, "No, it's not. It's not." And it was, and it's in the dark. Back then, I don't know if it still is, but back then you were on a roller coaster in the dark because you were supposed to be in space.
Right.
And the lady in front of me kept saying, "I'm going to lose my teeth, I'm going to lose my teeth." And I kept saying, "Shut up then," because I figured they'd fly off and hit me. Number 3, have you ever danced or sang in public?
All the time, every day, every day.
We don't care.
That's David. Even when I'm here, I'll dance and sing. Come on. Yep.
We have a little side thing, but we can't move the camera.
No.
We
But
should
David's right there.
David's right there, so is Jim. There he is. See? Well, we dance at weddings all the time. That's public.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sang at a karaoke bar.
I would have loved to see that. What'd you
Yeah.
sing?
I will survive. also, we sang for our Putting on the Hits at Montgomery Wards. I wish I could find those tapes.
That was.
Danny keeps telling me I should look for the tapes because we used to do at Montgomery Wards. They used to do.
Danny used to do the MC Hammer.
He did the MC Hammer. He did
with
that
his
one.
tucked-in jersey.
Yeah, and then he did with the baseball shirt. He did the YMCA.
Yep.
Too legit to quit. He
Yeah,
did
the
that
too
one.
legit to
Too
quit.
legit
Yeah.
to
Sure,
quit.
that was it with his Pistons jersey?
Yeah, with
That
the
was
Pistons
Pistons
jersey.
jersey.
Yeah, but he didn't know the words, and he just go, "Too legit to quit."
Yeah.
Too legit to. He did. But we did that every year for it was kind of like a employee appreciation. And then what they would do, they played on all the TVs on Electric Avenue. That's what they called it.
Electric
And the
Avenue.
Electric Avenue people sang the song Electric Avenue, which was really cool. too.
Right.
But then the one year, I won't say her name, but she was on Jerry Springer and also on, who's the one that, you're not the father. Maury. Because you gotta go around us behind us. Or you, yeah.
Just time out, people.
You can go around. So anyway, she was on both of those shows. It just kind of gives you, but she did a very risque,
She did.
You Can Leave Your Hat, I think it was, by Joe
Cocker,
Joe
and
Cocker.
we were all like,
Yeah, and it was basically, it was
Yeah.
like a striptease.
it was,
It was
like
very-
how they let her keep going was
Yeah.
beyond me, but I
We
was like,
didn't-
I'm not gonna stop nothing.
Yeah, that year, that was the last year we ever did it.
Probably why.
Because she ruined it for us. Number 4, what's the farthest away place from home you've ever been?
Farthest away.
Not
Florida.
Scotland. Not
Mexico.
Not
Scotland.
Scotland. Oh, Mexico. Cozumel, Mexico.
See, it's a good thing Sam's here to help us.
It is. It is.
The farthest I ever went was Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Hawaii, that'd be the farthest I've ever been. Gorgeous. I would like to go back.
So was Cozumel. Cozumel was
Oh, yeah.
It was,
White
Hawaii.
Beach.
yeah, Hawaii was, it was strange when we went to Hawaii too because everything was written in English and Japanese.
Right.
Everything, no
Yeah.
matter where you went.
Now the cab ride back to the boat from Cozumel, all different.
Was it like the bus ride to the Best Western from, when we went to,
Think of that times 10.
oh, geez.
But just us. And it was times 10.
Yeah, that was, we were in Florida and we missed our flight. Well, we didn't miss our flight, the weather was bad, so they brought us to Atlanta, but they put us up in a hotel. I told that story before, but they put us on a bus.
The worst part of Atlanta, like think like the
Yeah.
like
Bad
bad.
boys.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah. And then everybody, well, we were the only ones on the bus because there's
Sure,
so many of
yes.
us, but we were singing the Bad Boys theme. Number 6, were you ever a boy or a Girl Scout?
I was a Boy Scout.
You were a Cub Scout too.
I was a Cub Scout, a Weeblo, and a Boy Scout.
Yes, I was just a Girl Scout, not a Brownie, just a Girl Scout.
What were you?
I was a brownie, a Girl Scout, and then a cadet.
A
And
cadet.
a what?
A cadet. I don't know if I ever made it to cadet,
Yeah.
now that I'm thinking about it.
Man, you gotta
It
be
was fun
special.
because we got to help with the little ones.
Yeah, I didn't like being a Girl Scout because we didn't have a lot of money, and then one of the Court of Awards that I was sitting in the audience because I wanted to get my badges, but you had to have white gloves because that's back then,
Oh, yeah.
in the 50s. And you had to have white gloves, and my mother didn't have enough money to buy me white gloves, and so she said, "You'll be fine, just go." And so I wouldn't go up on the stage, and one of the older ladies gave me her gloves to wear so I could go up and get my awards.
Well, that was nice.
Sweet.
That was nice. Now, also, one time we were
Then I had Cheetos on the way back.
no. And then one time I wanted to be a reindeer in the play for Santa Claus for the Christmas play, but you
Right.
had to buy some tights, and you had to some brown tights, and you had some little brown slippers that you had to wear. And once again, we didn't have money.
I know
And
this story, but you
that's-
can go ahead.
And so one day when I went to school and I opened up my desk, there was a whole costume in the desk for me that the teacher had bought for me.
Yep.
So
Bless her.
teachers, I'm telling you, they spend all of their money.
Yes.
Number 7, have you ever watched soap operas?
I have. When I was laid off, it was literally like Mr. Bob. Like, I don't know if anyone ever seen Mr. Bob. I was the same way. I sat down, and that was back when, you know, you had to have a lot of money to have like all the channels. So
Yeah.
you had basic cable, which was like 4 channels other than,
Oh, you just had
You know what I
2,
mean?
7, 4, and 9.
yeah, and then
Oh,
you
we had
have
a
like,
Canadian station.
yeah, then you had like 5 other stations
Right.
or whatever, because that was your basic cable. And I would sit there, and it was Days of Our Lives, and I'm like, this is so stupid. How do people watch this? I was laid off for 2 months, and by the end of that 2 months, I was taping it. So I'm like, oh, I can't miss it.
I used to watch when the kids were little. I'd get them off to school, and then I'd come home and I'd watch Ryan's Hope, All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital. But then they would be home, and I never watched Dark Shadows because it was like the whole afternoon.
Right.
So I was like,
We would
between-
walk in right as the ambulance was going across for General Hospital.
Yes, yes. And so then I would always do my vacuuming in the commercials because you couldn't tape things
Right.
back then. I remember the first tape we bought Bruce kept telling us we had to buy a Beta, and we thought, no, we're going to get a VCR. So the Beta went out of style, obviously. But we paid $650 for that. We put it on a payment plan.
$650 for a VCR. You can go to Best Buy right now and get it for like $50.
So, but anyway.
15 bucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like even on nighttime soap operas, we used to watch Knots Landing, Dynasty,
Yeah.
things like this. Soap with
You never let me
Oh.
watch soap.
Mary Hartman.
Yes.
Jimmy couldn't watch that, but he would be up in his bedroom because he's supposed to be sleeping, and that would come on, and they would go, Mary Hartman, and he'd hear Jimmy from the bedroom going, Mary Hartman.
Yep.
Number 8, what?
Wasn't on to watch it, but I could hear it. What's the difference?
Couldn't see it. No, well, he's supposed to be sleeping. It was on at 11:30 at night.
There's a nighttime.
What's an insect you
No.
are definitely afraid of?
An insect?
Yes.
Just birds.
Yeah, there's just birds. I'm not really, I don't let any insect in my hand. Maybe, what are those, the spiders, the black widows or whatever,
Oh.
the little,
Yeah.
whatever. Only because you know what they can do to you.
There's not an insect that I'm afraid of, really. My sister was always afraid of, we used to call them sewing bugs. They could sew your mouth shut. It was like a big, I don't know what kind of what kind of bug they were, but they're really big and they're kind of green. And they kind of look like a praying mantis a little bit. But we used to tell my sister that it was a sewing bug and it was going to sew her mouth shut.
That's me.
I know.
That's hilarious.
Oh, this one's Jimmy. Number 9.
Oh, here we go.
Are you superstitious?
Very. Can't leave for work without my belt because it'll be a bad day. I'll turn around. I went to Meijer, like gotten halfway to work and went, oh crap, I don't have a belt. Stopped at Meijer and bawling just to have a belt on. I have to put my right shoe on or my right sock first, then the left. And then I heard one the other day from Samantha's dad that I've never heard of, and now it's going to bug me, and I'm going to probably keep doing it. We went to his house and went in through the garage, and so we were leaving, and I went to walk to the front door, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh, you don't, yeah, you don't.
I go, "I'm getting ready to leave." He's like, "You don't leave. You didn't come in that door." And I'm like, "Whatever."
Yeah, no, you don't. You're supposed to go in and out the same door you come in and out. I don't follow that pattern, but
Right, but so yes, I'm super. Yeah,
I don't think I'm. Other than I'm a firm believer of what you put out into the universe is going to come back and bite you. So if you put some good out, good will come back. If you put bad out, bad will come back. That's the only thing I really. Other than that, I mean, I don't care if I break a mirror or
right.
step on a crack.
No, I won't walk under a ladder.
Oh,
If
well,
I do, I panic. If it's like the only way, like,
Oh, that doesn't bother me. Or you throw salt over your shoulder.
nah, if she does that, I don't do that.
No. And number 10, what was the first thing that attracted you to your spouse or partner?
Her laugh.
Everybody loves your laugh.
It's really obnoxious. I've shut restaurants down.
She has. We were in a restaurant. This is a true story. It was a bunch of friends. We're all, probably 8 or 10 of us, all sitting around. And it was cracked pepper, something with that. Like there was a crack in the pepper
Yeah.
shaker.
It just hit me funny.
And she just thought it was funny as hell. Like, it's cracked pepper! And she just started like loud like so loud that the entire restaurant shut up and was turned and looking at us. And you know, the tables are pretty close, you know,
Yeah.
so. And she didn't stop for a good 2 or 3 minutes, so it was quiet for, you know, it finally quieted all down. And I kind of looked over at the people, I go, did you hear that? And they're just shaking their head laughing, and I'm like, don't bother me, I don't
I
care.
have a blackout laugh. Like people get blackout drunk. I
Yeah.
have a blackout laugh, and I just can't stop. It's so funny.
I remember we were out and everyone like stopped just to like look.
That in her eyes.
Well, I won't tell you what Jim said was the first thing that attracted him to me.
I know what it wasn't.
What?
That you thought I was easy.
Oh, you know, I really didn't think that.
He was hoping.
That was more of a
I was wondering which one of the two of you were the easiest.
Yeah, if that was it, because he met me and my best friend at the same time. The first thing that attracted me to Jim, I don't know.
his authority.
No, it wasn't.
With that crossing guard belt
Jim
or
was
whatever,
a-
the hall
Jim was
belt.
a hall monitor, and Sue and I were skipping class trying to get out of the school to go over to Kay's across the street, which
Right.
is the party store, but Jim stopped us. I don't know, I think the fact that he had a job, I guess, he had money.
That'll do it.
Right up until you got married.
Then I didn't have.
Then he didn't even have a job.
That's the thing.
When you need one.
We got married 8 days after Jim got out of the army and he didn't have a job. I was working part-time at a food market,
At Pola's.
rolling in the money.
Just
Yeah, how
rolling.
much an hour
I think I was making $1.75 an hour,
when we got married?
and I was working like 12 hours. But I was going to school.
What
too.
was that paycheck, like $50 a week?
Oh, if I was lucky. If I was lucky, I got that
But
much.
we were making car payment, or
Yeah.
upper flat payment, food,
We made all our
utilities.
Well, we didn't buy a lot of food because we ate at my mom's house a lot.
Yeah, because you couldn't be alone.
No.
It's gonna be us.
Yep.
So
Start bringing
anyway,
some food over. You can cook right there.
we wanted to thank Kim for coming up with the tag questions because David, we know you weren't involved.
He could have been involved in one or two of them.
Let us know, David, because I got a feeling you weren't. But I'm gonna leave the questions down below, so check out the videos. Sometimes the people typically do the tags.
Basically.
So basically, Jimmy's word, typically Roy's word. So once again, we wanted to say like,
Comment.
subscribe,
Share.
mimeograph.
and I think we should look for Roy before we lock up because, you know,
You know, I don't want to build them into a wall.
yeah, there we go. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
I just barely made it out of Jimmy's house before they sealed me into a wall. I'm gonna go take Jimmy's Rice Krispies and sugar and go make my own tag.
Ready?
What am I saying again?
I'm gonna say, I thought I saw Roy here, and you'd say, no, he got mad because I wouldn't move over.
Oh.
So he's off sulking somewhere.
Okay.
And then at the end,
We better look for Roy.
I'm gonna say, we better look for Roy before we lock up, and you don't wanna seal him into a wall. Or build him into a wall or something like
Gotcha.
that. Okay. Okay. Ready?
Ready?
I thought I saw Roy here.
Forgot already. What was it? I told
Okay.
him to move.
He told me to get out of the, he told me
Oh.
I move over and I didn't move over fast enough or something like that.
He told me to, okay, he told me to move over and I didn't move over fast enough. All right, go.
Okay, it's Tuesday, March 22nd.
I don't even know the date.
Yeah, March 22nd. I thought I heard Roy here.
Well, he told me to move over. I can't remember this. He told me to move over and, or no, he told me to get out of the way and I didn't move fast enough.
There you go.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna concentrate.
Take 3.
Gotta have a blooper reel.
We'll have a blooper reel at the end. Hi, today is Tuesday, November 22nd. No, it's not.
No. It's not November. Thank God.
Take 4.